professional gamers. Okay, so this is going to be game number 3 in FactSet versus IBM. The series is currently 2-0 in favor of IBM, so if IBM wins this game, then the series is over. If FactSet wins, then we will go to the game 4. So spawning in the lower left here for IBM, we have the blue Terran player, Akira. He is off racing. Akira is actually a Protoss player, so we'll see how this goes. And there he is, yes, that is in India, we were talking about before. And his opponent in the top right will be the red Zerg player, D-Gilly-Yerk. I'm assuming this is Derek with a Gilly in the middle. D-Diggle-Yerk. Diggle-Yerk. D-G-L-Yerk. I'm going to call him Derek. Derek seems, I think that's what he was going for. Honestly, that's got fewer syllables. Alright, so we have Derek versus Akira, and I may call Akira Dave because that's his middle name. No stream? Interesting. Okay, hopefully the stream is working. It says I have 4 viewers. I'm assuming the stream is working. Huh, I'm not sure what the problem is there. I just tried loading the stream and it seems to be working fine. So, oh, yep, there we go. We're good. Okay, so, let's see what's going on here. So, the Zerg player has gone hatch first. It looks like that was a hatch on 15, maybe 16. Very greedy play out of the Zerg player here. He's up to 17 with no pool here. So it was like either 15 or 16 hatch and then into 18 pool. Wow, that's the greediest build I think I've ever seen. So interesting. That's very dangerous. Any sort of early aggression here, like 2 racks or any sort of proxy, would punish that heavily. We haven't seen a lot of 2 racks playing Heart of the Swarm, at least I haven't. So maybe that's what he's counting on very heavily here. Akira's going to see this. I don't know if he'll identify exactly how late this pool is, but I don't know, we'll see. Akira has taken double gas here in a factory, so actually he's got 3 guys in one gas and only 1 guy in the other gas. I'm not sure if that's intentional. It might be a build that he's doing where he knows he needs 4 guys worth of gas and he's just keeping the rest on minerals, or it could be a mistake. Could go either way. Looks like this is probably going to be a 1-1-1 out of Akira. Some variant of it. He's getting the reactor on the barracks now. He's keeping the factory hidden. This is smart, and he gets these two Marines out here. So the purpose of this is if the Zerg tries to poke in with an Overlord or a drone or a Ling or anything, hopefully these 2 Marines can deny them even seeing the natural. This Overlord positioning too is okay. You ideally want to have this Overlord back here so that you can check to see if the natural has gone down. And if you get to, about the 7-minute mark and you don't see a natural there, then you know some sort of 1-base aggression is coming. And in fact, it looks like we are going to be seeing some sort of 1-base play here because Dave has gone into double factory coming out of a barracks here. This is interesting. So it's not a 1-1-1, it's 2 factory, starting with a tank and looks like reactor Marine production. I'm not sure what he's going for there, but D-Gilly is playing very, very macro heavy, taking that super early third. He has not built any Lings, so he got that 18 pool. He's taking a somewhat late Roach Warren, only a single gas, which he's using a lot of that to go up to a layer here. So he'll be able to build maybe 5 roaches, maybe 4 or 5 roaches here when that Roach Warren pops, and that's going to be all he has for defense. He is getting a spine in front of his natural. But if Dave is planning some sort of 1-base push here, that third is going to be very exposed. Reactor has been switched over to the factory, and we're doing a tech lab now on the barracks. So we've got 2 factories, 1 reactor, 1 tech lab, and a tech lab barracks. And that'll be the production capacity for Dave here. Getting an armory, so it looks like maybe we're going to see that super strong Hellbat blade. Hellbats are, by my estimation, completely overpowered right now, so I mean maybe this is good for Dave. If you're not good at Terran, just get the units that are supposedly overpowered right now, which I think would be Widow Mines and Hellbats. This is getting pretty all in at this point. Dave still has not taken a command center, and we are past the 7-minute mark now. I mean, the orbital isn't even started, and actually, has he cut SCV production? He's at 24 SCVs right now, and he's not building any, so yeah, he's spending all his money. At this point, I'm calling this a one-base all-in. So this must be some sort of build he was working on, knowing that he was going to be off-racing here. Double Evo coming down, and a Hydra sim-citying the natural here, so any sort of Hellion run-by won't get very far. So very nice play to the Zerg player there. It looks like he is just continuing to drone here. 37 drones out. He is building 4 roaches, but that is going to be the entirety of his army, and that Hydra is coming down. So it looks like he's anticipating some mech play, and he's probably going to try and do Roach Hydra, which is very effective against mech. We've had a lot of good luck with that. He's getting this Overseer in here now. He's going to probably be very confused by what he sees here. Only 3 buildings. He's going to see no command center and no visible army. And that's because the army is coming before his base. So this might be a red flag here. He's going to, yeah, when he sees these workers pushing out and he sees that there's no natural there, yeah, he's switching over to Ling production here. So Lings, Roaches, Hydras. Getting these queens at the front here, and he knows that something's coming, and now he can see it. So Dave's sieging up on the ramp here. This is very nice. You don't have to wait for siege mode to finish on the tanks anymore. That's one of the changes for Heart of the Swarm here. So Dave is going to leave the tank marine up there, and oh, looks like he's thinking about poking down to the 3rd with the Hellbats. Interesting. He's stopping to break down the rocks here. I'm not really sure why he's doing that. I think the rocks would actually work in his benefit. They would help funnel the Zerglings and the Roaches. But whatever. So, sieging up on the edge of creep here. Very nice play. Those tanks will kind of force things. He is stepping on a creep here. This is kind of dangerous, so those otherwise slow Lings will have the advantage. But look how quickly those Lings just melt to these Hellbats. Lings go down, and it looks like Roaches and Queens are pushing forward here. His rally is not very strong here. There's only a couple of units trickling across the map, but the Zerg numbers are dwindling. This is going to be close. It looks like Dave may be able to clean this up. Ling speed has finished now. It help Dave if he can get off this creep here. His 3 tanks have gone down. He's got 3 more Hellbats here, and those will help a lot. But the DPS of these Hellbats is just tremendous. Spinecrawler's poking away here. Spinecrawler's going to do a lot of damage. I mean, if nothing else, Dave is forcing constant unit production here, but that's really what he needs to do. He's so far behind in the worker count now, 41 to 28 with this one base all in that, yeah, this is starting to fail now. He's down to just 5 Hellbats, and granted, they're pretty overpowered, and that spine is going to fall. He'll be able to pick off this Hydralisk den, so there won't be that Roach Hydra composition that you kind of need to deal with next. And he's going to use that to get up into the main. If he can get into this mineral line, okay, so we're seeing this crazy split coming here out of the Protoss. Very nice split, getting those drones all over the place, and then the Roaches are going to chase these Hellbats in. So now it's really hard to tell the Hellbats to focus down the drones, because if you A-move, then they're going to naturally go towards the aggro units, which is the Roaches. And there's enough Roaches there to help clean that up. So nice hold there from Derek. And these Hellbats are on move command. That was bad news for them. And that is too many Roaches right there. Yeah, he's going to try and switch it up and get out of there. Only one will escape. Still rallying, just pure Hellbats. No command center coming out of Dave. One base all in is continuing. He's bringing a SCV down there. Looks like maybe he's thinking about taking a second. But this looks really bad. Dave's saying I have a lot of gas, which is true. He has 1,100 gas. And Derek says he'll trade. He has 1,100 minerals. Oh, wow. So let's see here. I'll take a look at the worker count. It is 44 to 28. Both players have just tremendous amounts of resources that they're not spending, but that's what happens when you get the aggression like that. Whole game plan kind of goes out the window. Dave is going to go ahead and follow this up with an expansion now. Just taking the low ground expansion here. His army is entirely Hellbats. Is that true? 10 Hellbats, 2 Hellions, so that's his whole army right there. He's going to try and play mech now, getting a Thor out, building a Marauder, finally researching Stim. Stim has just started. He had, well, that was interesting. He did have +1 on his Hellbats for attack there. So he's starting +2 now. Looks like Purelings and Roaches for the army of the Zerg. Not a terribly big army, but the Zerg player finally getting back to droning. There we go. That's what we're waiting to see. 22 drones coming out of that Zerg player. Uh-oh. And we're frozen. Oh no, it's me. Am I still here? Uh-oh, am I lagging it badly? Uh-oh. I don't think it's me. I just did a speed test. It looks okay. Looks like maybe it's here now. Stream appears to still be up. Okay, not sure what happened there, but looks like we're back. Had a near miss there. Zerg is taking his fourth, at the same time taking his hive behind that. Getting hive and spire timing is the same, so it looks like he may be looking to transition into that Broodlord late game, which is still very effective against mech. Roach Hydra is very effective. He finally got that Hydra list then back up, but it looks like he's not really investing in those. Still pumping Roaches here, 17 more on the way, and he's got about 10 or 12 out of the field now. So it looks like maybe a Roach Broodlord composition, except he really doesn't have any gas at all stored up. You see, he's mining all of his geysers, it looks like, but he'll definitely need to take the gases on his fourth if he's planning a Broodlord transition. And also, he's still getting his ranged upgrades, which would be more of an indicator that he's planning to stick with like a Roach Hydra Viper composition. So, see if he chooses to get those Broodlords or not. His hive has finished here. Dave is on 2 bases now. He's taking a 3rd command center here. This is pretty late, 3rd command center. He's adding on a starport, so his entire production capacity is still the 2 factories and a single barracks, and also finally putting in a starport. So this is what happens when you ask a Protoss player to play Terran. This would be like if I tried to play Terran, man. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, Dave's kind of sticking with the upgrades. He's got +2 on his mech. He's getting +1 armor for his ships. Oh, that's right, they combined the vehicle and the ship armor. Derek doing really good at the scouting here. Gets that Overlord in there, dropping changelings all over, so he'll be able to see what's going on here. He's got pretty good vision of the base, pretty good vision of the army. He knows he's playing against a +2 mech opponent. He is getting that Greater Spire now, which is good. If you stay as straight Roaches do not do that good against mech if there's a lot of siege tanks involved. And there are 0 siege tanks out on the field right now, so actually a straight Roach composition wouldn't be terrible. But I don't know, we'll see if he decides to stick with straight Roaches. That's a lot of Overlords rallied over there. I'd like to see Dave produce a single Viking and rally him over there. Infestors are coming out here. Spinecrawler Forest is starting at the 4th. Because the Zerg just has way more minerals than he knows what to do with. So that's always a reasonable choice there. He's at 71 drones, so I'll just turn a bunch of them into Spinecrawlers and then probably replace it with a bunch. Dave's stepping forward to the watchtower here. I don't know if he's intending to push out. Oh, but here come the Roach drops. This is a very strong way to counter mech here. Roach drops directly on a mech army do a lot of damage because the Overlords will absorb the initial Thor shots, and then if there's any siege tanks, they won't matter. But in this case, they also do really well because mech is so immobile. You get these Hellbats and Thors, that they're going to try and get back in here, but now they got to walk through their own sim city. They got to walk all the way around. That one factory goes down, which that factory